Okay, so here's the information about my Clarkson drill grinder on my Clarkson grinder. I picked this up on eBay. When I bought it, it hadn't got a chuck with it, it had just got the spindle, and it hadn't got the cams on the end either. So I made this arrangement to use ER40 collets to clamp with, because I couldn't afford the 600 odd quid they wanted for a 6-jaw chuck, and also had to make some cams as well. So it only came with a three slot cam. This one I made has got a 2-slot cam. Basically the setup is this: you get the slide, move it over 15 degrees, and that's sort of shown basically under there. Can't really see it in the dark perhaps, but it's 15 degrees there, and they describe it as being in the clockwise direction, so it's sort of away over there. You mount then the grinding unit in the slot provided on the top of the Clarkson way, and then you set the drill grinder itself. It's got here one mark which is 59 degrees for the drill point, which is that. So that's then the basic setup. Now you insert the drill into the chuck, obviously. Now to get the right amount of extension, I've made this little setting jig, basically just a counterboard piece of aluminium with the right sort of depth, and that goes over there to sort out the amount of protrusion required. Let's wind this back a bit. There we go. So that goes over there. Now the protrusion actually on the Clarkson is 1/2 inch. I found actually 30mm was what this is, works better for me, but it's just due to the setup I've got with the ER40 collet chuck. Okay, next thing you have to do then is line up these two marks, which are here and here, and then clamp that in place. So there we go, it's about lined up. So they're now lined up, straight line. That then gets the drill in the sort of horizontal plane. Now what you're supposed to do then is, under the cam at the back end, rotate the chuck round until the first flute is horizontal. To help do that, I've used an old setting gauge which I got cheap off eBay, and what I do is simply bring that into place, and I've got the flute horizontal very easily. Okay, that's then set. Once you've done that setup, it's then down to grinding. Okay, the grinder's now on. It's rotating currently at about 3,300 revolutions a minute. The drill tip isn't quite touching the grinding wheel, so I can wind it in until it does. A bit more. Okay, just hear it touching. So what I'll do is I move the tip of the drill away from the grinding cutting edge, and I'll rotate to the other flute. Just turn around now. My index is a bit stiff at the moment, but there we go, it's back in. Bring the wheel, bring the drill back out so it's on the face of the grinding wheel. You can see these two edges are quite clearly nowhere near symmetrical. There. That's just with hand grinding. Okay, that's that one done. We'll take it back out again, rotate it again. I like to do this at the start to make sure that the two edges are reasonably symmetrical. Okay, so now just carry on and grind. I normally use a couple of thou for roughing. Okay, even though you can't hear very much, it's still taking a cut of it. Again, back in, rotate, next index position, when it's indexed, bring it back out and carry on. Now it's much more even. You make it taking a few times, in another thou. Okay, back in, index, and carry on like this until the drill is ground to your satisfaction. Which depends upon the state it was in the first place. What I found is obviously once you've completely reground all your hand ground drills, it only takes a couple of twists to get the thing working again. To check how the tip is being ground, I use one of these little mirrors. I need a fairly small one because it's going, in this case, inside the wheel. Obviously the wheel's turned off. But using that then you can check quite easily how it's cleaning up. At this moment in time I can see that the very left hand edge, looking from this direction, of the tip was at a different angle from the rest of the tip, so that hasn't cleaned up yet. That's the one side. And the other side, I've got more or less cleaned up edge there now. So this obviously is a result of a hand ground drill. One angle was pretty much okay, the other one wasn't. So I'll carry on a bit more. Okay, I'm going to zoom in as much as I can on this. I don't know how well you can see this edge, but this one flute on the drill is now virtually clean from the front edge to the back edge, i.e. it's been totally ground. The other flute, it's being ground along the front edge quite clearly, but the back edge there's still an unground area. That would indicate again that when it was hand ground, the back angle on this, the clearance angle on this, was obviously more severe towards the back end. It is clearance obviously, otherwise there'd be grinding marks on it, so I'm going to leave that as it is. As long as the whole front edge of the lip is clean, which it looks like it is now, on both sides, then I'm happy to use this drill until it needs regrinding again. And obviously the more you regrind it, the more you'll clean up both of the flutes on the drill. Okay, thanks for watching.